on this Friday morning, June 20th. Thanks for joining us on ARC Rochester. I'm Abi Fridmann.
And I'm Stephannie Joseph. We've got a full 2 hours to get through, so let's just run down what we've got brewing for you this morning.
All right, coming up, a local competition now streaming nationwide. Today we're taking a closer look at the nonprofit organization that is the focus of a new documentary. We'll tell you how to stream it. It's called This Is Sing Out.
Yeah, then if you're headed off to work this morning, don't forget to bring your dog. Yeah, it's National Bring Your Dog to Work Day, and we're going to be celebrating with the help of Lollipop Farm.
Yeah, and of course we have to talk about the Jazz Fest. The festival kicks off today, and this morning a special performance live in studio from one of the groups performing 2 shows tonight.
Yeah, but before all of that, we do want to get a check of some of our top local headlines in your Friday morning news break.
Coming up, President Donald Trump is continuing to weigh American involvement on the growing conflict in the Middle East. Israel and Iran have been exchanging missile strikes following Israel's attack last week. Both the president and Israeli officials have said Iran should never be allowed to have a nuclear weapon. The White House says a decision on U.S. involvement will come within the next 2 weeks.
Rochester police are searching for suspects after a shooting on the city's north side. It happened just after 3 this morning on Avenue A near North Clinton. Police say a man in his 30s was shot in the lower body. He was taken to the hospital and we're told he's expected to survive. Anyone with information should call 911.
The Monroe County Sheriff's Office needs your help finding this missing man. He's right on your screen. This is 53-year-old Michael Lyons Jackson. He was seen around 6 o'clock last night leaving his Henrietta home. Deputies do not believe he's in danger. Those with information should call 911.
Now to the investigation into a Southern Tier youth care worker accused of having an inappropriate relationship with one of the children she worked with. State police say 45-year-old Jolene Spalding faces charges after allegedly engaging in a sexual relationship with a minor. That child was reported missing from the Hillside Children's Center's Snell Farm campus in Bath, but was later found inside a car at a local park with Spalding. Those charges include kidnapping, rape, and endangering the welfare of a child. Hillside releasing a statement regarding the incident, saying in part, quote, "The moment concerns were raised, the staff member in question was immediately placed on administrative leave. Hillside promptly notified law enforcement and is fully cooperating with the ongoing investigation being conducted by the New York State Police and other relevant authorities."
Cleanup continues today after historic flash flooding in our area Wednesday. The floodwaters causing several creeks and streams to spill over the banks, flooding homes and basements. In Henrietta, officials say they've responded to more than 100 calls when that rain started Wednesday afternoon, and they say calls continued through Thursday. Fire officials issuing new warnings now that that water is receding. And a travel advisory in Avon this morning as crews work to repair a massive sinkhole on Sackett Road. Take a look at that. Just incredible. No word yet on when this area will be back open.
For all these top stories and any updates, be sure to visit 13wham.com.
All right, we got to switch gears now. A check of the forecast on this Friday. It is the start of the Jazz Festival, and really everybody is hoping for clear and dry weather.
Meteorologist Marty Snyder, he has some good news for us this morning. Hey, Marty.
Yeah, that's it. Overall, I think mainly dry for much of that time frame. And I say that with even a couple showers showing up on radar right now. But you notice how very, very isolated that activity is down to the south and southwest of Rochester. A lot of that focusing on Wyoming County right now, Livingston County as well at times. But few and far between for those showers that are out there. But yeah, there are a few to start today. But as we head through the day, we're going to see at least some breaks of sunshine make a return. We'll get up to about 73 at noon. I think mainly dry for much of the day today covers it. We'll get up to about the upper 70s for highs today. Humidity stays fairly low for us today, much lower than where it has been. But then humidity increases going into the weekend. We'll be up to about 84 tomorrow. Chance of a thunderstorm tomorrow, about 90 on Sunday, and probably in that lower 90s range into Monday and Tuesday before temperatures pull back slightly into Wednesday and Thursday. But still, even after temperatures drop slightly, still above average for both those days. So overall, just some really warm weather and even hot weather coming up as we head through the late weekend and early next week.
Yeah, looking forward to that. It's almost summer, just hours away from the start of summer.
Very close, right at the end of the day today, yeah.
All right, Marty, thank you.
Okay.
We'll go off the top now and start with some things that have been on our minds this morning. I want to paint you a picture of a 4-year-old stuck at home during Christmas break with her family. Everyone in the house was battling the stomach flu, and everyone was glued to the couch, watching watching movies for days on end. Then, one day, after a brief commercial break, a new film that this kid had never seen before started on the television. Dramatic music, tense melody. Little girl watched in horror, but was strangely delighted while a great white shark ripped innocent beachgoers to shreds in the sleepy beach town of Amity. Her family was disgusted, but she kept watching, mostly because everyone was too sick to change the channel. We're talking about the movie Jaws, celebrating its 50th anniversary today. Directed by then 27-year-old Steven Spielberg, the film smashed box office records and became the very first true summer blockbuster. Everybody knows the movie and the theme music too. It scared people out of the water and changed the movie industry forever. The fear factor was real, and so was the buzz. Keep in mind, this came out way before social media or giant marketing campaigns. Word of mouth drove people to the theaters. Making the movie, though, was a total nightmare. A lot of people forget about this, but it was filmed on the open waters of Martha's Vineyard. The set was a total disaster zone. Drifting boats, ruined equipment, wild weather, and a mechanical shark named Bruce that barely worked. It caused chaos for everybody on set. They actually built 3 versions of Bruce. None of them were reliable at all. That failure, though, turned out to be genius. Spielberg had to hide the shark, which just built suspense. He once said in an interview, "The less you see, the more you're afraid." It's a lot like that theory from Stephen King. He says when a horror movie or scary book builds up suspense, it makes it all the more terrifying. Finally, they show or describe to you a 10-foot insect, and your brain goes, oh, I can handle that. At least it wasn't a 100-foot insect. That would have been way worse. Once you see the monster, that fear shrinks. But if you leave it to the audience's imagination, it stays and lingers for quite some time. So in Jaws, we've got the dorsal fin, the POV from beneath the waves, the floating barrels, and of course that iconic music that indicates something terrifying is about to happen. Today, as they celebrate the 50th anniversary, Jaws is getting a special celebration, special screenings, a 50th anniversary 4K edition of the film, and get this, a massive exhibit is coming to LA's Academy Museum this fall. More than 200 pieces from the film will be on display. To say the movie was impactful would certainly be an understatement. They're going to need a bigger boat to hold all the memories it created. And by the way, if you're wondering, that 4-year-old from the beginning was me. This is the movie that sparked my love of scary films. It shaped my personality and kicked off a full-blown shark obsession that lasted well into my middle school years. It was pretty embarrassing. My sister, still traumatized. She doesn't think she'll ever get over it. She really doesn't even go in the ocean or the water at all. Was this movie way too mature for a 4-year-old? Certainly. But for me and millions of others, Jaws left a mark that still has a bite.
Oh.
A very happy 50th anniversary. I think it's one of the best movies. Honestly, my husband and I watch it every 4th of July.
No way.
Yeah, I know it's super lame, but to me,
cool.
it's like it starts the summer. I don't know. Such a great movie.
Does it also keep you engaged with Shark Week that Discovery does?
It used to.
Yeah.
I used to love Shark Week more than anything. It got a little too sensationalized for me.
Yeah.
But when I was in middle and high school, loved it. The movie Sharknado.
Oh
man, I was a huge fan of that. I used to have these books. Keep in mind, I was 5, 4, 6, I was really little. And my parents just kind of played into it because I was so obsessed.
Yeah.
They got me all these books with pictures of sharks and whatever, and my sister was so scared. I would hide them under her pillow if she was making me mad, and then she'd go to bed and she'd cry and she'd scream, and then I would get in trouble even though she was the one torturing me. And it was a whole thing, but she's never let me live that down.
Yeah.
And kind of set the tone. I love that adrenaline. It's why I like scary movies so much.
Scary movies are great. I feel like this, I don't know where I fall on the spectrum. I think I like them, but sometimes it depends. Paranormal Activity to, what was the movie with Nicolas Cage that came out?
Nicolas Cage.
Oh my goodness. Yes, Longlegs. I would say I'm nowhere near Longlegs. I'm probably closer to Paranormal Activity.
Sure, that's understandable.
Yeah.
Understandable. Hey, not for everybody, but certainly can appreciate a lot of the cinematic masterpieces that go into this.
All right, we'll turn now to my story. The Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders earning a massive boost in pay. They are set to get a 400% raise. Now, that news came out on season 2 of the Netflix docu-series about the dancers. That series called America's Sweethearts, Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders. Now, back in 2019, the Cowboys actually settled a lawsuit with a former cheerleader that raised the pay from $200 a game to $400. But the recent bump is 4 times that amount. So one of the dancers on season 2 had said veterans could earn up to $75 an hour, veterans being those that have been there for more than a year. And that's up from $15 last season. I am an avid watcher of the show. Definitely watch both seasons. I'm currently on season 2, second to last episode. But pay has been a topic in both seasons. Team members, they hold multiple full-time jobs. I'm talking about 1, 2, 3. I heard someone say 4 once. What? And that's in addition to their rehearsal, game day, and other team commitments like charity. So some may have a spouse to help them with costs, but others do not, especially the rookies. Now, intelligence is a trait the team admires and highlights in dancers. Their career paths can be so demanding. One former cheerleader, Kelley, worked as a nurse, taking care of a child while balancing all of this, and was also a leader, keep in mind. Wow. In season 1, a contender had worked in a dental office. Literally, they went into that office as she was doing her regular work for the day. And spoiler alert, a rookie who made last year's team, you'll find that out in this season, was going to college at the same time. And she spoke about all of the challenges that came with that, grades, everything. But the sentiment often expressed on the show is it's a privilege to be there, but there are a lot of sacrifices that they make. And while they have not commented on the reason for the pay increase, the Cowboys are a multi-billion-dollar franchise. Season 2 of the show chronicles the internal push from a group of veterans to get an increase in pay. Most of them were heading into their final year with the team, and one of them, Armani, had said she wanted to leave the place better than she met it. Another person even floated not signing their contract. So kudos to those ladies for fighting for themselves, but also those after them. As the saying often goes, you lift as you climb.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is fantastic news for them. I am familiar with the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders. I've never seen the show in full. I used to catch it every once in a while, like when I was a kid. I don't know if it wasn't this show, but it was like, they would do
making the team or something.
Yeah. So when I was a kid, I used to see that. But I give them so much credit. They're such athletes, and what they do is amazing. I can't imagine working 2 or 3 jobs and doing all of that as well. That is insane behavior.
It really is. You see it's intense physically, but also mentally. You have to memorize so many dances, and people may think, oh, it's just pom-poms and no, everything is rehearsed to a T, and you have to make sure that you know what you're doing. You also have to represent the brand, which comes with its own pressures, and I'm glad that they got that boost in pay to sort of match all of the other things that come with it.
Yeah, very good. Hey, you have to fight for what you deserve, right? They're putting in the work. The veterans have put in the years. They need to be paid appropriately. And, it's something that a lot of people are going through. And, you deserve what is owed to you.
Exactly. Let that be an example.
Exactly. Yeah. Let's be like the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders.
Yeah.
All right. Much more to come this morning on ARC Rochester. When we come back, Chris Lopez is down on Jazz Street for us this morning.
And don't forget that you can watch us on the go wherever you are by streaming us live on the 13 WHAM YouTube channel and foxrochester.com. ARC Rochester is back after this. 8:16, the 22nd edition of the Rochester International Jazz Festival starts today.
The streets of Rochester will be filled with great music, and it all kicks off tonight. Chris Lopez couldn't wait. He's on Jazz Street, where some of the musicians have already gathered. And Chris, that music is amazing.
Yeah, music all morning has been amazing. 285 plus shows, 110 of which are free. 1,750 artists are all going to be on the streets of Rochester throughout the 9 days. And if that fix during the actual festival isn't enough for you, you have the jam session going down at the Rochester, at the Hyatt Regional Rochester. It's down the street. That's going to start at 10:30. It goes until whenever. Those are late night jam sessions. Those are free. I'm with Carter Bowman this morning from the Dan Atkinson Septet. Good morning, sir. You guys have been playing music throughout the morning. Is this an easy morning for you guys to play music, or, tell me the truth, is this a little bit hard because you guys are waking up so early?
It's a little.
I heard you wake up at 3 p.m.
Yeah, I don't wake up at 3 p.m., but it's a little early. But it's always fun coming and playing with these guys. Dan makes it easy. He gets our music for us, gets us rehearsing. It's all great.
And how would you describe kind of the sound, the melody of you guys? If no one were to have heard you before and you're describing it to someone at a bar and there's no music going on behind you guys, how would you describe your tune?
We have kind of been doing a genre called funk fusion, kind of a mix between jazz and modern funk styles, and it's all original music. I have one piece, some of these guys have one. It's mostly all Dan Atkinson's original music, so it's a cool chance to do some familiar genres, but with brand new music for the band.
Have you ever performed at Jazz Fest before?
I have not. I also haven't attended Jazz Fest. This is my first time being here.
First time performing, first time attending.
Yes.
What's going through your head?
I don't know. I'm just excited. I mean, first experience ever seeing the Jazz Fest, performing in it. That's a pretty good first time. So I'm looking forward to it.
And how did you get into playing music, and how long have you been playing?
Oh man, I picked up clarinet when I was in 5th grade. Decided saxophone was a bit cooler. Got into jazz. Met a lot of great people. I'm from St. Louis, so there's a lot of great music and jazz going on there. Met a bunch of people. Got into playing it. I decided I wanted to do it in school. Moved here. Became friends with all these guys.
Do you have any musicians in your family that kind of pushed you a little bit along?
Not at all, actually.
Not at all.
All artists, but no musicians.
And then who are some influences in your play that you kind of take with you on stage?
A big influence of mine, and almost the reason I'm here at Eastman, is a friend of mine who's an alumni from this school. He grew up with me, and a bit older, and went here, and I guess got me excited and motivated to audition to this school, and ended up having me be here.
And what's next for you? Not with the Jazz Festival, but what would you like to do with your music?
Well, I'm studying music performance and teaching, so ideally I'd move to somewhere like New York City and play in the night, teach in the day.
I love it. You want to teach the future generation and play for that generation as well. I'm going to let you join your band members. What time are you guys playing tonight, and where are you guys playing?
So we're doing 2 sets at the Wegmans tent, just down there on Chestnut. We're doing a set at 7 and at 9 p.m.
Okay. All right. I'm going to let you take it away for now. We got one more hit coming up for you guys here on ARC Rochester. We're going to be hanging out with these guys some more. I'm going to be talking to 2 more band members from the Dan Atkinson Septet. Back to you guys in studio.
It is amazing, all of the talent that they have, picking up multiple instruments, as he was talking about, just doing great things.
Yeah, I want to see Chris play an instrument before he wraps up today. I don't think he's down, but it would be cool to see.
He could try.
He could give it a shot.
Yeah.
All right, don't go anywhere. When we come back, we have weather trivia.
Mark McLean will join us after this.
Welcome back. Mark is here now with a look at today's hopefully dry forecast and our weather trivia too.
Hopefully dry, right?
Yeah.
We need a break. Some places really need a break from some of this rainfall that we've had recently. But you know that's been the topic. You know, we've had more than 3 inches in a lot of spots. Today's weather trivia. Ask you about places that have seen lots of rain. So we established a new daily rainfall record on Wednesday. Do you know what the daily rainfall record is in the U.S.? First of all, before I even put the choices up, how much rain do you think could fall in a day in the rainiest place in the United States?
Where is the rainiest place in the United States? Is it Seattle?
Well,
somewhere.
So that area gets its reputation from the frequency of rain.
Okay.
Okay. And some places along the coast of Alaska would fall into that too. But this place is actually very tropical.
Florida?
Yeah.
That would be a very rainy place also. Lots of hurricanes.
Oh,
right?
come on.
I don't know then.
Okay, here's some choices. All right, we'll take a look at some choices. The one spot is Hawaii, a couple of spots in Texas, Key West. Is it Houston at 16 inches? Or Alvin, Texas at 42? Or Key West at 23 inches of rain? You know, that's 2 feet of rain, right?
What? Sorry,
In a day.
I didn't mean to yell at you. I
you're
didn't
good.
know that it was a location thing. I thought
Oh.
it was just a number thing. So
No,
why isn't he telling me?
I had to put on location.
Fair
too.
enough. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Good guess. I think
Yeah?
I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah, Steph.
I'm still thinking on this one, but maybe I narrowed it down to 2.
But I mean, you can envision that the trouble that 3 to 6 inches of rain caused here on Wednesday, and then you look at some of the numbers up on the screen, and you know that one of those at least is the answer.
Daily rainfall.
Can you imagine something like that in Rochester?
Yeah.
I mean, that would be just absurd. But hey, speaking of rain and Wet places. There's the pool, right? Almost here today, 10:42. It is summertime, so this is the shortest night of the year, or longest day, 15 hours and 23 minutes of possible visible day length out there. The sun angle on the sky is over 70 degrees, so it's tropical radiation for us. Weekend forecast, we'll have numbers in the mid-80s for Saturday. Now, I just want to share that overnight Saturday into Sunday, there is a chance that we get on the edge of a shower or thunderstorm, but I think the daytime hours for both of the weekend days are going to be dry for us and heating up by Sunday, 90 degrees with that sunshine, the southwest wind at 10 miles per hour. The forecast for you today, the wind has turned to the west-northwest, so that's dropped that dew point back into the 50s. You probably noticed that that change outside, less humidity in the forecast today, and some of that showing up just to our south. You know, we're still watching a quick little shower down through Wyoming County. Not going to be a big deal down that way, but that storm system off to our east is the reason that we got this little break in the action and little break from the heat, but it's not going to last long. Watch the forecast map. This boundary that went through actually starts to meander back to the north, and there's that chance Saturday that we get that chance for a pre-dawn shower, and again towards the end of the day as this heat starts to build in. And just a little meteorology for you. This is called a ridge in weather. So the jet stream goes way up to the north in Canada. All that red on your screen right there is looking at the thickness of the atmosphere. Okay, so we're looking at the atmosphere kind of expanding from the surface up halfway up through the atmosphere, and with huge high pressure building in, that means that we're going to have a big old warm up in the forecast heading into next week. But golf forecast today, temps in the low 70s by 1 o'clock, mid 70s by 5 o'clock, good amount of sunshine this afternoon. And our 7-day forecast is going to have the humidity coming back into play. Hazy and hot for Monday, 94. Overnights in the low to mid 70s. It's like Florida, it really is. Heat wave, technically 3 straight days in the 90s. We'll get there. Isolated showers and thunderstorms Wednesday and Thursday.
That's great.
Yeah.
I'm so ready. Although it makes sense why the shows today have been going so slow, because it is the longest day of the year.
Yeah.
It's dragging.
Yeah. But you do the quick math there. 15 hours and 23 minutes of visible day length versus 8 hours and 37 minutes that the sun is down.
Yep.
You blink and and the sun is back up. And the other part of it is astronomical twilight, civil twilight. So the amount of light that you still have outside that you could use for work outside or something like that, that actually goes until after 10 o'clock tonight.
Wow.
Because the sun sets so slowly now as well. So, and it comes back up so early. The birds start chirping at 4:30 in the morning.
Yeah,
Let me tell you.
It's pretty wild.
Yeah. I have a baseball game Saturday morning.
Oh.
Probably pretty humid, huh?
Yeah, well, it's going up. Dew points are back in the 60s, so not terrible. Kind of seasonable, maybe a little bit warmer than normal, but at least it's in the morning, right?
Yeah, that's true.
All right.
I'm not playing. I'm watching.
You're watching. Okay.
Yeah, still. All right, Mark. Thank
Yeah.
you. Don't go anywhere. A lot more to come this morning on ARC Rochester.
We're back after this. Good Friday morning. Thanks so much for staying with us here on Arc Rochester. It's time to head into the kitchen now for Spatchcock Funk.
Yeah, this morning they're showing us how to make one of their favorite side dishes that they say is perfect for your next cookout.
Y'all ready for the big time? Spatchcock Funk here with Big Timer baked beans. A super strong side that's so good it could even be the main. Now the first time we had this, our boy Ronnie made it. We were tailgating for an outdoor pro hockey game, like live parties. So towards the game start time, people were coming by asking us for beers because we always bring moochers insurance. So they're pouring the beers into their coffee cups and their styrofoam cups and walking in there. And this woman came by and she was like, "Oh my God, are those baked beans still there?" And I'm like, yeah. She goes, "Can you please put some in my coffee mug?" So we put them in there. She takes them into the game. When the first period is about to start, I look across the way, I got a beer in my hand, I see her, I cheers her beer, and she cheered me with baked beans. That's how good these are. So let's get them started, big time it, baby. First, we have 1 pound of ground 80-20 beef, right? 80% protein, 20% fat. And then we also had 1 diced sweet onion, so we browned them together, put them in a bowl. Next, we have about 1.25 pounds of diced, cooked, halfway cooked bacon. So we're gonna put that in there because we want every bite of that bacony goodness. Then we have a 10-ounce can of pork and beans. So put that in there too. The next bean we're gonna put in there is 1 can drained of dark kidney beans. That good dark red flavor in there, that color. After that, to butter things up, y'all, we got another can of butter beans, also drained. Now we gotta get this sweet, baby, because this is a sweet time when you big time people. So we have 1 cup of brown sugar, all right? After the brown sugar, we have 2/3 a cup of ketchup. And to cut all that sweetness and goodness, we do 1/3 cup of yellow mustard. Gotta put some mustard on it. After that, get mixing, babe. Cut it all up. Yo, got it mixed up, looking right. Now, we got a greased foil pan, and we are just gonna get all this beefy, bacony, beany goodness, you know what I mean? Get that, spread it evenly across your pan. Now, to make sure people know what we're doing here, we're gonna layer some strips of bacon all the way across. Because of how we did it, every single bite gets bacon. You ever have baked beans at a barbecue and the bacon's all gone and you're like, what's the point? Not here, babe, we got you. Now, once we've got everything in the pan, take some tin foil, and this is critical. Get it real tight so all the flavors will meld together. And preheat your oven to 350, and you're gonna put it in the oven for 1 hour. Get your rest of barbecue going if you even need it, but 1 hour in the oven at 350, y'all. Yo, big time it. Look at that. Big time beans right there. So here's the deal. You can serve them in coffee mugs, coffee cups, like we said, but also like our boy Biggie's crown. That's how big time these are. So we're gonna take a big old scoop of this, get it all in here. Yeah. Now we got the bacon, got the beans, got all that porky, fatty, juicy goodness. Spatchcock Funk. Big time in y'all. Baked beans, baby.
All right.
Never tried it that way.
I've never eaten anything out of a crown before, but maybe I'm missing out.
I know, right? Seems like it's good.
Okay.
Hey, stick around. We've got so much more to come here on Arc Rochester, including when we come back, we're once again checking back in with Chris Lopez, seeing what he's up to, and grooving with this Friday.
Yeah, don't forget, take us with you wherever you are. We're streaming live right now on the 13 Wham YouTube channel and foxrochester.com. We're back after this. The day is finally here, day one of the Rochester International Jazz Festival.
Yeah, tonight through the next 9 days, the streets of Rochester will be vibing with music. Our Chris Lopez has been there all morning long for us, where he's been getting in the vibe himself. He's laughing. He's having a good time. Hey, Chris.
Yeah, always a great time here at Jazz Fest, especially when you have the live music going throughout the morning. I'm here with Jake. I'm here with Wyatt from the Dad Atkinson Septet. Thank you guys for waking up bright and early. I understand you guys are not up this early usually, but I have a burning question that I didn't get an answer to when we were about to get on air. What kind of shoes do you guys like to perform in best?
I have this one pair of loafers. I wear them every time. They're beautiful shoes.
What does it do? Does it give you an extra boost when you're on stage?
Yeah, it helps me feel ready for the performance. If I didn't have them, it wouldn't be the same.
Wyatt, you rocking the Nikes?
Yeah.
Is that it?
I have these other pair of white shoes. I think they're Reeboks. Those are pretty cool, but
Okay.
I like these today.
And you too, you guys were sitting on the curb a little bit earlier practicing. You look like you guys were having a conversation without talking to each other. What were you guys doing there?
We were playing T for 2.
Okay.
Jazz standard. Actually in a different key than usual.
Is that how you guys get warmed up, or is that, what do you guys use that for? Or is that just, you guys love playing so much, it's just, we can sit on a curb and just play?
Sometimes it's just fun to play. You know, you just sit and play and hear each other out. I don't know, it's just a fun experience. It's like talking, but not really.
I've noticed that. And why, when did you get involved in music?
From a very young age, I was interested in like rock drumming, and I played some piano when I was really little. But I picked up the trumpet in middle school, like around 7th grade, and that's around the same time I got into jazz.
Did you immediately like it, or was there kind of maybe some arm twisting going on where you were like, I think I'll maybe eventually like this?
I would say I liked it pretty quickly.
Okay.
Yeah, I was a big fan. I got really into Dizzy Gillespie for a while. And,
Okay.
Yeah, was just checking out all of his stuff. And
Same question to you, Jake. Did you get right into it, or was there a little bit of kind of arm twisting from your parents, or from friends, or from yourself?
Well, I originally wanted to play pop music.
Okay.
My dad ended up slipping a Kenny Garrett song onto my iPod, so I started listening to that, and that's what got me into jazz.
And who are some big influences for you guys?
Kenny Wheeler very recently. I would say Miles. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not sure. Kenny Dorham, I would say.
Okay, Jake.
Definitely Shy Maestro.
Yeah.
And
And then what is before you guys go up on stage? Do you guys have a routine at all? Something that you must do. It's religious, essentially. Whether it's drink a glass of water, drink a glass of whiskey. Do you have one of those routines, or is it just we'll do whatever?
well, I can't drink a glass of whiskey yet. So.
All right.
I know a lot of people that do have routines, but I kind of just like to feel it out.
Okay.
In general. Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna let you guys play it back to studio. Thank you guys so much for your time, Dad. They're the Dan Atkinson Septet. They will be live when? 5:30 today?
7 and 9.
7 to 9 at the Wegmans
7
Tent.
and 9.
7 and 9
Yeah.
at Wegmans Tent, right?
Wegmans Tent.
Wegmans Tent. Check them out. Thank you, guys.
Tell you what, we're in for an exciting few days. Really going to be some excellent music, Chris. Thank you.
Hey, stick around when Arc Rochester returns. We're learning more about a new documentary that's highlighting a local competition.
We're back after this.
For over 30 years now, the Sing Out competition has given young people in our community a stage to shine. Now it's a focus of a new documentary.
Yeah, this is Sing Out. It's streaming on Amazon Prime, and it's giving back to the organization that inspired it. Joining us this morning is the director of the film, Frank Vela, and Sing Out's director and producer, Kim Romuck. Good morning to you both. Thanks for being here.
Thank you so much for having us.
We've talked a little bit about Sing Out on our show before, but for somebody who's unfamiliar, give us a quick overview of what the program is, the competition, I should say, and why it's so special.
Yeah, so it's actually not a competition, but it's more of a showcase where we bring high school students from all around Monroe County together. They put on a show full of singing, dancing, and little skits, and the money they raise from those shows, they then donate to a local children's charity.
That's truly amazing. And I remember looking back at the trailer that one of the sentiments was like, no one could have seen how big this could have grown. So for the both of you, what is it like to be able to see this grow and continue on?
Yeah, I'll have Kim take that question because she's been with it for a while.
Yeah, so I was there from the very start. I was only 6 years old, but we definitely, when it started, it was only intended to go for a few years. It's a tribute to one of my mom's high school friends that had passed. And it kind of just took on a life of its own. And now we're at 35 years later. We barely survived COVID, but we're growing back up again. So it's pretty amazing to see that what she thought was just going to be a few years has now become like a staple in the community.
Tell us a little bit about the growth that you've seen with this over the past years.
Well, we've had casts as small as the original cast was 12 people. We've had casts as big as 70 people. We range anywhere from 5 to 13 different schools. The variety of music is all over the place. And then the amount of charities that we've touched, I think we're right about 30 different charities, and we've raised over $100,000.
That is truly amazing. What is it like to be able to work with so many different young people from all walks of life to be able to put something on together collectively?
Well, Frank should know. He was on the stage.
Yeah, no, it was a phenomenal program. It's really the first time, and the reason we really wanted to make the film is to highlight the adults, because it's so much about the kids when you're in it. And as a kid who went through it, I could tell you it's the first time in your life where there's an adult who isn't a teacher, a parent, someone who's not getting paid. There's no personal investment made in that kid. That's saying, I'm here for you. I care for you. I have faith you can do this big, extraordinary thing. And I know for me, it was the first time in my life, like, you have that experience. So we really wanted to highlight, when you do these things, these shows, get into the entertainment stuff, you can have these people with these big, obstreperous personalities. They want to make it about them. And the adults in this program, they're not doing it for any money, and it's never about them. It's always about the kids. So I really wanted to make this film to highlight the adults, show all the hard work that they do to make this happen every year. It's such an extraordinary part and rich part of the Rochester history. And we really just wanted to put it on full display and let people shine.
I imagine that piecing all of this together was a little emotional for the both of you. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, I'll say we had over 30 years of footage. The town of East Rochester was phenomenal. They had all these, most of them were on VHS, so we had to go through a version of converting them and then digitally just enhancing them because some of the VHS tapes had worn down a little bit. But we were able to get all the shows and go through it. We had some great interviews, archival interviews with Lisa, Kim's mom. I don't know if you want to speak on some of that stuff.
Yeah, no, it was very cool. Frank obviously is newer to the program here in early to 2000s. So for him to go back and see the shows from the 90s and everything, and really, I think the opportunity to really get the image and what my mom was trying to create is so well portrayed in the film. And for anyone that didn't get to do Sing Out with my mom, it really gives, it shows how the monster was created, I guess. Her personality is still in the show even now. Definitely during the interview, there's some parts that are emotional, and Frank touches on the transition of when my mom passed and into a new staff and how that worked. And quite honestly, he did a great job, showing how it affected everyone, but showing how, my mom always said the show must go on. So really that was really what it was pushing forward. So definitely emotional, but actually it was very, very cool to bring it all the way back to those early shows and to see all that footage.
And Kim, what does it mean for you to have a documentary like this kind of be something that people can go to and look at for years to come, carrying on that legacy that your mom started?
It's incredible. And I actually just had a friend reach out to me yesterday who had never met my mom. And it's so exciting for me to have people experience who she was, even though they didn't get a chance to meet her. I also have a 3-year-old daughter that I can't wait till she's a little older to sit down and watch this because she never knew Nana. So Frank gave me a huge gift that he doesn't even realize.
Oh, that is really, really special. Mm-hmm. Thank you both so much for coming on today and talking with us. We really appreciate it. This is streaming on Amazon Prime. For somebody sitting at home who's thinking, I really want my kid to get involved with this, is there a good website or good social media for them to learn more?
Absolutely. They can find us on Facebook and Instagram. The website is www.sing-out.com.
Very good.
All right. Thank you both so much. Appreciate it. We'll have that on foxrochester.com. Hey, stay with us. So much more to come here on Arc Rochester.
We're back after this. Much more to get to this morning on Arc Rochester as we continue into the 9 o'clock hour, including comedian Kevin Nealon will join us live in studio as he gets ready for his upcoming shows at Comedy at the Carlson.
Then we're continuing to preview the Rochester Jazz Festival, which starts tonight. The String Revolution will join us live in studio for a performance.
Yeah, we're back after this. on this Friday morning, June 20th. Thanks for sticking with us on ARC Rochester. I'm Abi Fridmann.
And I'm Stephannie Joseph. Mark McLean is back with us once again. We'll get a check of his forecast in just a second, but we do want to get a check of your Friday morning headlines in your ARC Rochester news break.
President Donald Trump continuing to weigh American involvement on the growing conflict in the Middle East. Israel and Iran have been exchanging missile strikes following Israel's attack last week. Both the president and Israeli officials have said Iran should never be allowed to have a nuclear weapon. The White House says a decision on U.S. involvement will come within the next 2 weeks.
Rochester police are searching for suspects after a shooting on the city's north side. It happened just after 3 this morning on Avenue A near North Clinton. Police say a man in his 30s was shot in the lower body. He was taken to the hospital, and we're told he is expected to survive. Anyone with information should call 911.
We do have an update to a missing persons story we've been following since early this morning. Michael Lyons Jackson of Henrietta has been found. Officials say that he is safe, and they thank the public for assistance with this case.
We're continuing to follow the impact over the possible dissolution of the Fishers Fire Department. The district's Board of Fire Commissioners is moving forward with a plan to dismantle it, citing future financial instability as the main reason. If the plan is approved, the town of Victor would take over arranging fire protection services for the hamlet. But the former fire chief says if anything, this will cost residents more. A public hearing will be held in July, and a final vote would be considered after that. If approved, the Fishers Fire District would be dissolved on August 31st.
Cleanup continues today after historic flash flooding in the Rochester region Wednesday. The floodwaters causing several creeks and streams to spill over the banks, flooding homes and basements. In Henrietta, officials say they've responded to more than 100 calls from when the rain started Wednesday afternoon through the day on Thursday. Fire officials issuing new warnings now that the water is receding, but mold is still a concern for many homeowners.
The floods haven't just taken a toll on roads and homes, but also vehicles, as many drivers you see here, they got caught in the rising waters. One local auto shop says it's received more than 20 calls following the rainfall, and multiple vehicles were brought with water inside the engines. Now, AAA encourages drivers to have a comprehensive coverage plan to help cover costs for flood damages.
For these top stories and all new developments, you can always visit 13wham.com.
All right, turning now to the forecast. We're getting a look at the weekend, all of the stuff that'll be going on heat-wise, but also the answer to weather trivia.
Yeah, it's flooding related. You know, the topic of the last couple of days. Never drive through that water. You watch the video, and it's find another way. Turn around, don't drown is the Weather Service slogan. But yeah, the weather trivia is following that theme right there. Rochester established a new daily rainfall record on Wednesday. Do you know what the daily rainfall record is in the U.S.? Is it Alvin, Texas at 42 inches, Kauai, Hawaii at nearly 50, Key West, Florida at 22.75, or Houston, Texas at 16.07 inches? What do you say?
I'm going to go with Hawaii.
Hawaii?
I am.
Barbara, Janet, Cheryl, Yvonne are on your side. Mary said A, and that was Alvin, Texas. What do you think, Steph?
I feel like I should change my answer. I'll jump on the bandwagon.
And say Hawaii?
Yeah.
Can you believe it?
That is insane.
Isn't that?
That's an obscene amount of rain.
Yeah.
That is an average of more than 2 inches of rain per hour for an entire day.
Mm-hmm.
It makes sense why everything is so beautiful and lush.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, honestly, though.
That would probably be in the top, for one day in Rochester, that would probably be in the top 10, 5 maybe, for annual precipitation, like an entire year.
Wow.
Yep. And somebody always comes in with the question of how much would that have been if it was snow?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it would have been probably 200 inches of snow, 250. I mean, it would have been absurd.
Whoa.
If that would be that wet snow, the fluffy stuff. Oh my goodness, it would be a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot. So, you know, when you look at it, the 3.15 inches of rain that fell on Wednesday ended up being the greatest daily rainfall on record in June in Rochester history. We've never had as much rain.
Do you know the greatest amount of rainfall that we've ever had?
The greatest amount of rain is going to be our trivia question on Monday. Okay, because you almost got it out of me. But I was thinking about that yesterday when I was putting this together. I'm like, boy, that would be a good trivia question for Monday. We will have that for Monday. But yeah, thanks for the guesses. What are we talking about here? We're talking about yeah, there it is, the top 5. I wanted to. No, I can't show it to you. I got to get rid of that. Sorry. I was going to do it.
I was so ready too.
Oh my goodness.
Garbage.
Let's go to the. Did I skip Muddy Paws?
Yeah, I guess
did?
you have to go back.
Oh, okay. There we go. Muddy Paw. Oh.
Look at this guy.
It's
like
it's
a
a kit,
bobcat?
Oh.
right?
It's a fox.
Was that? Yeah.
Yeah, a kit.
Yeah. Just hanging out,
They're
chilling
my
out in there.
favorite. I love foxes.
I know, they're so cool, right? No issues today. We may catch late in the day Saturday a shower, and also pre-dawn there's a chance, but not during the, quote, daytime hours. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, I think, all dry out, and you may want to take the walk early, right? If you get the doggy out. But hey, send us your photos of your pup, your kit, or your cat outside. We like to see the Muddy Paw photos. Scan that QR code on the screen, 13wham.com/chime in, and we'll get those photos on the air for you next week. So, I mean, a hot weekend, but also a mainly dry weekend for us, so it's looking pretty good out there. And right now it's a dry start, mostly cloudy, 66. The wind has turned to the west-northwest. That's knocked the dew point down a little bit. And if you strain your eyes really hard at the screen right now, there is one lonely, isolated little pop-up shower there in southern Wyoming County. That is it for us this morning, and that is also drifting away from the area. That is moving to the southeast, so we don't expect any organized or widespread rainfall in the forecast today. Now, that will change, again, as I mentioned, the late tonight into early Saturday morning. Watch this. It's pre-dawn, so it probably won't get in the way of any of your plans, and it gets out of here pretty quickly. So shouldn't be a big deal for the daytime and afternoon Saturday, looking pretty good. And that warm front that swings through late Saturday night into Sunday, we'll have to watch that too. We have an old saying in weather: you never trust a warm front. That's a saying in weather, because everything that develops with a warm front develops kind of in the middle of the atmosphere, where we have less sensory than down here at the surface, and it makes it more difficult for those to track. But it's pool time. Look at this.
Yeah.
3 straight days in the 90s. How about that?
I love
it.
it.
Normal, like to get a heat wave this early?
So usually we get about 9 days in the 90s each year, and this will be our first chance. We had 89. Yes, 89 I think is our high so far for this season. But temps in the mid-90s. This is one of those days too on Monday where the Genesee Valley could even be in the mid and upper 90s. We'll see. Some spots south of Rochester may really heat up. But we get a break middle to end of next week. But your pool is going to be the place to be. Temps today nice and cozy. Sun and clouds, less humidity. Although we're starting out with plenty of clouds this morning. And the 7-day forecast for us shows temperatures on the upswing. We're going to be above normal heading towards the end of June, and we'll see how long this carries out. There's some signs that heat may build back in after the 7-day period. We'll see. It could end up being one of those weather patterns. Weather has a memory. That's another saying that we always say. Weather has a memory.
I wouldn't be mad about a pattern like this for a while, honestly.
It's okay in small little small little visits, but if it turns out to be 4, 5, 6 days in a row, it starts to be a cumulative effect on you. I mean, we get used to everything. We get used to the freezing cold in the winter. We get used to the hot weather in the summertime. You just have to find air conditioning, fan,
right,
shady places. Drink lots of fluids. That kind of thing we'll be talking about next week.
Very true.
Green too.
Yep.
And countdown for the day today. Let's see.
I think
what
it's done.
we've got
We're counting
here.
down to fall.
Are we?
Oh!
It's picnic season, baby.
It's picnic season.
There's Mark with his sandwich.
Where's the sandwich from?
You already know. It already says.
Oh,
it's Subway.
no.
You have a sick obsession with Subway sandwiches.
I told Mark about my weird combination that I do at Subway.
Yeah.
What
It's
is it?
been a while.
It's something crazy, right?
It's a meatball sub, but I put the sweet onion teriyaki sauce on it. It is delicious, let me tell you. You should try it.
Don't believe you. I'm sorry,
good,
I
I
really
promise.
don't. I sent producer Ashley my arsenal of photoshopped pictures of you holding Subway.
Oh my.
So I'm sure.
Arsenal.
I have so many. I have way too many. Honestly, every time you make me mad, I edit a new one.
Oh no.
I'm not kidding.
Clearly.
Actually, there's like 100. No, there's not 100. There's like 8 of them, 8 or 9. I think.
Every time
One is
you
more.
make me
One of them
angry.
has like the Subway blimp. It's like a whole thing.
I got to see these. We're having
Eventually.
fun in this commercial break.
Much more to come This morning on Arc Rochester. When we come back, we're celebrating a special National Day with a few furry friends.
You don't want to miss it, so hey, check us out wherever you are on the go. We're streaming live on the 13 Wham YouTube channel and foxrochester.com. We're back after this. Excited because today we are celebrating a special national holiday. It's National Bring Your Dog to Work Day.
Yeah, unfortunately with this shift, our team was not able to bring in our pup. So we called our friends over at Lollipop Farm to give us a hand.
Yeah, and we are joined by Alice Calabrese, the president and CEO of Lollipop, Vicki Pape, the director of animal placement, and this sweet guy over here.
He is adorable. This is Wyatt, yes?
Wyatt, yes.
You guys, thank you so much for coming in today. We really appreciate it, and we're so happy that you brought your pup with you.
Yeah, so he comes to work with me just about every day. He was a Lollipop Farm dog, and then I fostered him, and then I just couldn't let him go. So he gets to come to work and do fun things like this.
He is an angel, truly. I just love him, honestly. Like, he has a wheelchair, yes?
He has a wheelchair, yeah. He was born with some congenital deformities, but he is happy as can be, and he just loves going around and meeting new people.
Oh, yeah. What a love bug.
And Alice, I know last time I saw you, we were at the telethon and we were just talking about all of the amazing work that Lollipop does. So just for our viewers at home to put into perspective for them, the great work that Lollipop does.
Oh, we've got a lot going on. We've just launched a campaign called Kindness for All Kind, and that is our largest fundraising effort ever in the history, 150-year history of Lollipop Farm, and that is to transform the campus. Animal welfare and sheltering have changed a lot since we last renovated, so this will bring the shelter up to up to speed. And also one of the biggest features is the Carpus Family Foundation new Learning Center. So we will be able to do a lot more of our educational programs for a lot more people in the community.
That is phenomenal news. And I'm sure that the renovations are going to be so beautiful. All right, today is National Bring Your Dog to Work Day, right? We always joke there's a national day for everything, whatever. But work can be a pretty stressful place. Talk to us about how dogs can kind of ease some of the stress and all of the benefits that come from having furry friends.
Yeah. So it's not for every dog. Not every dog wants to come to work and do the things like Wyatt does, but it's so good for the staff because if you just need a minute, dogs are so good to you go pet them, you take them for a short walk, and it kind of gives you that moment and boosts morale. You know, you can't help but giggle at some of the things he does. And, you know, one of the things he got to do was, speaking of all we have going on at Lollipop Farm, he went and met Spike and Mitzi because we're having our Barktoberfest at Innovative Field this year. So September 27th. So hopefully we'll talk to you guys about that too coming up.
Yeah, I'm sure we will.
So Wyatt has them on speed dial. I saw him call
there's a
up
video.
Spike and Mitzi. So if people want to register, registration for our Barktoberfest is already open, and you can do that on our website at lollipop.org.
Excellent. That's very, very good. What would you say to somebody who's considering adopting a dog, but is maybe a little bit on the fence? Maybe, you know, there's like a concern of some kind, like, oh, you know, I don't know if I have enough responsibility to handle it.
Yeah, I always recommend that foster is a great option for people. If you're not totally sure, start by fostering a dog. And you know what? You may end up like I did, adopting that dog that you're going to foster. But if you're not totally sure and you want to see how a dog's going to fit into your life, there's so many dogs in need of foster. We actually have almost 30 in foster care right now, and that expands our shelter walls and allows us to help others. So if you're thinking about adoption, but you're not sure if that's quite the right path for you, that's a great path to explore.
And for anyone that may be a little bit unfamiliar with what the process looks like, tell us about step one until the next one, I guess.
Yeah. So step one can look a couple different ways. What I usually recommend starting out with is take a look online at our website. So you can come right on in and look at the dogs. That's step one you can do. Or you can look at our website because we do have dogs available for adoption right from their foster homes. So you may see a different dog online that you're not going to see at the shelter as well. And if you do, then you just click our link and send us a little note and we'll connect you up. So it can look a lot of different ways, but in many cases you can actually take that pet dog, cat, or guinea pig or anything like that home with you that same day in a lot of cases.
That's excellent. And, you know, we always talk about the importance of adopting, right? Rescuing animals. And, you know, talk to us about why there's such a difference between going through a breeder and going through a rescue agency like Lollipop.
Yeah, so, you know, there's nothing against breeders if you know what you want and you're looking at, you know, well-qualified breeders. But there's so many animals in need of homes that we have just wonderful dogs that are looking for homes and really different personalities of all different kinds. So we always say, come see who we have because these guys really are in need of a home.
Yeah, and one of the things when you adopt a dog, any animal at Lollipop Farm is kind of the family that you adopt along with that dog. If there's any issues, problems, we are always there to help our adopters through them. So it's just, we're a phone call away.
Yeah, and on a financial aspect, we've taken care of a lot of the medical care already. Spayed and neutered, vaccinated, microchipped. So you don't have to worry about that bill coming to you down the road because we've taken care of that.
Wonderful.
Yeah, it's truly amazing seeing all of the work there at Lollipop just in general. I know that vaccine clinics also, for example, something that you guys help with as well. So you're really not alone in the process.
Yeah, so we've done 2 vaccine clinics already this year and we have more to come. But it's so important for the health of our whole community and all the pets in our community to make sure that everybody is vaccinated. So, you know, it expands just beyond our shelter walls to all the pets in our community.
Very good. Is there a specific animal at Lollipop right now that has been there for a very long time that really needs a good home?
Yeah, so I am thinking of first when you say that, my buddy Navarro. So if you go online, you'll see Navarro. So he's a mixed breed, but his ears stand up. It's so cute and clever. He's so smart. And so I would say Navarro's been with us a long time. He has a little bit of energy he'd love for someone who likes to do hikes or things like that. But he's a great dog and he's looking for a home.
Very good. How about you?
Which animal? I think some of our farm animals, you don't always see them when you visit the shelter because you're focused on coming inside, but the outdoor animals, we've got a couple of horses that have been with us for quite a while.
Very good. Well, thank you both so much for your time today. We really appreciate it. A very happy National Bring Your Dog to Work Day to the both of you. And as always, all of the information for Lollipop Farm over on foxrochester.com.
Hey, stick around. We've got so much more to come here on ARC Rochester. We're back right after this.
Welcome back. This weekend, actor and comedian Kevin Nealon is in town performing tonight and tomorrow at Comedy at the Carlson.
And this morning, we are so very excited to have him live in studio with us. We were just kind of talking about it, but you've got a sold-out show already.
Yes, I do. I'm very, very popular in Rochester.
Yeah.
It's when people hear I'm coming to Rochester, they show up.
Yeah, gotta get the tickets.
Yes, I'm very excited to be here. I come here about once a year. And it's always been a good crowd. People turn out, and I have a lot of fun. I think I've seen everything there is to see in Rochester.
No way.
Yeah.
Do you have like a highlight?
I like Millionaires Row.
Yeah.
Because I put a few offers in on some of those homes.
Okay.
Still waiting to hear back. It's been a couple of years, but I'll wait. I'm patient.
Yeah, that's good.
I like the George Eastman's mansion.
Yeah.
That was an interesting story about him. Have you been?
I want to say yes.
Okay.
What else can I do in Rochester?
There's a lot.
Well, are you going to the jazz festival?
No, I'm playing this weekend over at the Carlson.
Right.
Yeah. But thanks for asking. I wish I could go. I love music.
It's all day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it is?
Swing
It's during
by.
the day, too?
Yeah, before the shows, just pop on over.
Okay,
It's
I might
a
do
good
that.
time.
It really
Highly
is.
recommend.
I know it. It's like Coachella, isn't it?
Just
Coachella?
like to say,
Yeah, for
absolutely.
Rochester.
Yeah. Better outfits.
Yeah.
All
Less
right.
dusty.
Yeah, that too. Tell us about your show.
Thank you. Well, first of all, my show is very funny. Let's start off with that.
Yeah.
And I've been doing stand-up for quite a while, so it's more of a conversational, I think, approach to stand-up. I'm not one of those in-your-face comics, it's trying to make you embarrassed to come to the club. My stories are basically based on my life with a little bit of a twist and exaggeration, and there's a 2-drink minimum.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Because we want to get people liquored up a little bit, so because things are more funny that way. Yeah, have you ever been to the club?
I have not, no.
No.
Have you ever laughed?
Well, yeah.
Often, yes.
Yeah.
Well, then you'll love it. You'll love it. It's a great club and some great acts there, and it's one of my favorite clubs. I'm not just saying that.
What about it makes it one of your favorite?
2-drink minimum.
That's
That's what I like the most about it. I like the way when I think about a club, I think about the staff that works there. I think about the owners.
Mm-hmm.
I think about the type of audience that comes in, and it really is my type of audience, my kind of audience. And I like the accommodations they put me up at.
Yeah.
I love Airstream trailers, and this is a beautiful one. This is it's a 1-bedroom.
Yeah.
And it's just perfect for me.
That's excellent. Nice and cozy.
Oh, it's so cozy. I put a little fire in there in the middle of it.
Wow.
Get a little fire going, and it's I'm kidding, right?
Just a tad, yeah. I'm gullible, so.
Are you?
Yes.
Oh. Well, a lot of times I'll be telling somebody something, and they'll look at me like this.
Right.
Like I'm setting up
person.
a punchline,
Yeah.
But it's very frustrating for me because most of the times I'm talking to people, it's real. It's about a real story. Not today, right here, but typically.
So for the special or for the performance that you're putting on, you said it's mostly stories from your life with, a little bit of maybe exaggeration.
Well, when you said the special, maybe I'll bring this up. I just shot a special.
Oh, great.
Yeah, and it's called Loose in the Crotch. And I'm excited about that. And what was the original question?
Well, first of all, I want to know any
About
inspiration for the name, or was that just kind of random?
Loose in the Crotch?
Yeah.
Well, I have pants that are loose in the crotch most of the time.
Okay.
And I like a good pair of jeans that fit. And that's one of the recommendations. I like it snug in the hips, tight in the butt, loose in the crotch for those humid days.
That makes
Does
sense.
that make any sense?
It does.
Of course. Yeah. We talk about jorts all the time.
We do. A lot of jorts. I think you're definitely going to want something loose while you're in your trailer with the fire going.
Well, nothing at all.
Oh.
Yeah, it's for me to dry out at the end of the day because it's very humid here in Rochester. I heard, now tell me if this is correct, that it was 90 degrees last year in the summer for a couple of months.
A couple days.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah.
But it felt like a couple of months because it's that hot.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's going to be 90 in a couple days here.
Shut up.
I swear.
Yeah.
No way.
Wild,
Starting
right?
on Sunday.
Yeah.
Man,
Through.
that's crazy. But I love the rain. I love it. I could sleep so well in the rain.
We've seen
Inside,
so much
though.
Here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not outside?
No. But I do like the rain. And you know what? Excuse me. Sorry, a little frog in my throat. Have you ever had frog?
Yes.
Like eating
Is it good?
frog?
Is it
No.
like
No,
chicken,
I
heard?
thought you meant in your throat.
Oh, no.
Have you?
No, I haven't. But I dissected one in high school once.
Oh, yeah.
That was
It was not fun.
and they don't taste as well when they've been in formaldehyde.
What about the fetal pigs? Did you ever do those?
That's disgusting.
I didn't eat it, but we had to dissect it.
I never know if you're kidding with me or telling the truth.
That's how I feel too. I
We did
swear, though.
virtual for that one. But
How do
for
you
the
virtually
frog,
dissect a pig?
it's you do it online like a simulation. Well, we didn't have it at that point.
By the way, are you guys real or is this AI?
We'll never tell.
I never know.
I can't tell either. You're throwing me off. Oh my gosh.
so sorry.
No, it's good. It's good. Okay, we got to go to commercial break. Don't go anywhere. You either. We're going to continue talking, hopefully find out what's real and what's not.
Come on back. Stay with us. We'll be back in a few words.
in with us here on North Rochester. We are back with more from comedian Kevin Nealon, who is performing tonight and tomorrow at Comedy at the Carlson. So just
First of all, let's wait for the audience applause to die down a little bit.
Right.
And then we'll continue.
Yeah,
There you go.
right? All right, so Happy Gilmore 2.
Yes, very excited about
Yeah,
that.
tell us about it.
Well, it's the sequel to Happy Gilmore 1.
Thank you.
And, Happy Gilmore, we did it's got to be over 30 years, I'm guessing, by now. And that was a very low budget, film. It was the beginning of Sandler's career, pretty much. And then I do this one, this past, last summer, I guess it was. And it was massive, all these trailers and big production, all kinds of, AI kind of stuff, and what a difference from that. And then so many great golfers. There were actually professional golfers in the movie. And I'm interviewing Scotty Scheffler, who was like the main guy, one of the top golfers. And I did a scene with Eminem, Actually, I was watching that scene. But yeah, it's going to be a fun movie. Yeah.
had you ever imagined growth, or a lot of people were looking forward to this? Did you ever see that when it came to the first one?
Well, no, people didn't know the Happy Gilmore movie. I played Gary Potter. I was like a spiritual guide on the golf course with him. I feel the flow, harness the good, block the bad, send the ball home happy. Its bags are packed, circular, psycho. So anyway, that's my character. Now this one, I play a sideline commentator, and I'm always following Sandler around, kind of being very annoying, So I think I agree with you that this is going to be a great turnout for this one, even though it's on Netflix. A lot of people are going to be in your bedroom watching this.
Yes. Sounds like a nightmare.
Yeah.
All right, so when you came back...
There's a 2-drink minimum as well.
Oh, right. Excellent. You came back, new set, a lot of the same familiar faces. What was that like? Were you, I don't want to say emotional, but was it like, wow.
You talking about the club here?
No, talking about the movie,
The
yeah. Everything kind of came full circle in a way.
It did come full circle, and it was interesting because we were all kind of a tight-knit group back then. And now, like I said, there's all these golfers coming in, and musicians, and all kinds of wrestlers, and it's still that kind of a core group that's fun, and but you have all this additional kind of excitement around you. So I haven't seen it yet, but I'm looking forward to it.
When do you get to see it? Do you have a fun screening or anything like that?
We have the premiere in July in New York.
Oh,
So
great.
I'll be going to that one.
Cool.
Yes.
We're going to get tickets, right? You're going to send them?
Well, I'll sell them to you, and then I'll send them to you.
Okay, sure.
No, I think it's going to be tough to get tickets for that. I don't think they sell tickets for premieres.
No, I was just messing. No.
No.
It's all good.
What was it like working with Adam Sandler?
Not fun at all.
No?
Not a nice guy.
No worries.
No, we've always had a great relationship. I've known him for a long time.
Yeah.
He used to do Weekend Update with me, like Red Hooded Sweatshirt, and some of those Cajun Men. And we've always been, it's really easy because we have a lot of fun on the set. We'll play basketball, when there's nothing being shot, or we sit around and play the guitars a little bit and just joke around. So it's always fun. And he's going on tour this summer. I'll be opening for him, kind of a revolving comic. So yeah, it's great.
That is great.
Our kids went to the same school.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, we both were in AA together. Oh.
We won't tell. It's fine.
Right.
Oh, sorry.
We'll just cut that out. It's not even.
I'm kidding.
It's all good.
Yeah.
All right, so there are only a couple tickets left for your
There's
show.
2.5 tickets left.
2.5.
Yeah.
Okay.
So people got to come in. No, I think the Saturday first show is sold out. Not unexpected. And we have a few more tickets for the second show on Saturday. Friday, first show, a few tickets left. Second show, every seat's empty.
Wow.
No, there's a few left for Friday. Then now on Monday, we have 4 shows. Totally sold out. Believe that or not, people love comedy on Mondays.
That makes sense.
Tuesday, we have a 9 o'clock show in the morning. And that's called our breakfast buffet show.
Yeah. 2-drink minimum for that too.
There's a 5 coffee minimum on that one.
Oh.
Decaf.
Okay.
Because they're trying to move the decaf, because everybody wants regular coffee. Now, let me talk about Wednesday, I'm sorry. Next Wednesday, 3 weeks from now, I'll be doing a 7-minute set. I'll be flying in from Florida for that, but it's going to be tight. It's gonna be a tight 7 minutes. So, bring a seatbelt. So we're doing a lot of shows there, and then also, 3 years from now, I'm doing a show just outside on the patio.
Great.
Have you seen the patio at the Carlson?
No.
You gotta see it. It is amazing. And 3 years from now, Tuesday, it's 2028. I'll be doing a 5-hour set.
Amazing.
2 on the patio, 3 inside.
You're booked.
We'll hope for some decent weather and no humidity.
That would be great. And then I'm doing an encore in the car.
Thank you for
That
coming
seats
in
5.
today. We're out of time, but we appreciate you.
I got more shows I want to tell about.
You're just gonna have to go to the
Our
show.
producer's giving us the rep.
Couple tickets left to get them. We'll post the link over on foxrochester.com. Thanks again for being
Thanks,
here.
you guys.
Hey, stay with us. Our Rochester is back after this. When we come back, we are sitting down with one of the bands performing tonight at the Rochester Jazz Festival.
Take us on the go wherever you are. We're streaming live right now on the 13 Wham YouTube channel and foxrochester.com. Talking about it all morning and honestly for days. The Rochester International Jazz Festival finally kicks off today. There's something for everyone to enjoy.
Yeah, that's right. One band known for their electrifying performances and genre blending is performing 2 shows tonight, and we wanted to get a closer look at what audiences can expect to hear.
Yeah, we're joined now by Janet Robin, Marcus Ilko, and Robert Lewis from the String Revolution. Did I get all the names right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good job.
That was amazing. Thank you very much. I appreciate
Impressed.
it. We're happy to have you guys here, and you must be looking forward to your performance, yes?
Oh, we are, yeah. Yeah, Rochester, this jazz festival is pretty, worldwide known, and we're just honored to be here. It's amazing. Yeah.
And you've been here before, yes?
No, we have not. This is our first time.
Wow.
So Yeah, we're excited, and we're really happy that they're open to. It's not only jazz; it's a lot of mixtures of music. So we're so happy to be here.
Absolutely. Everybody's so excited for the show. Tell us, for those who are unfamiliar, tell everybody a little bit about the kind of music that you play and what they can look forward to.
Well, as you can see, we have 3 guitars. We're like instrumental band. Well, we don't sing that much. And you probably don't want us to sing necessarily. So yeah, we're known for our guitar stuff. So a lot of guitar arrangements. We do a lot of arrangements from other people, as well a lot of originals. We were actually So one song we'll probably play later. So we just take from different elements. And
known for arranging, unique arrangements of iconic covers. Of course, we have originals too. But yeah, the song we'll play later won us a Grammy.
Wow! Congratulations! That's amazing. What was that moment like?
A little bit surreal, actually, to be honest. Yeah, it was quite something because there's quite a story behind it. The thing we did was from Folsom Prison Blues from Johnny Cash, and we had the pleasure to do it together with his son, John Carter Cash, and we did it in his studio.
He produced the track.
So there was quite something, if you go into his studio and you have like the Johnny Cash juju there a little bit.
It's like a museum. It's called Cash Cabin Studio, and we recorded Folsom Prison Blues, his dad's song, in a unique way. No vocals. Yeah. So you have to respect the soul of the song, but at the same time you want to put your own twist on it. And we were really, grateful that John Carter was like, oh, I think my dad would have loved this version. That just, that made it for us. So he produced it, and then it got Grammy nominated last year, and then we won. And I can't look at the video of it because I look like I'm running down from The Price is Right, like I won door number.
Yeah, she does.
I do.
It's
funny, but yeah, no, it's a huge honor, to be voted by your peers to win a Grammy, and so we're really honored and grateful for that.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
How long have you guys been playing together?
The String Revolution itself has been together, nearly 10 years or so.
Right.
Roberto's the newest member, but he's not new anymore. He's family now. He's about 3 years in the band, but Marcus and I have been together almost 10 years in this band, and it's an overnight success.
Yeah.
Totally.
Tell me about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so for somebody who wants to come see the show, give us the information, when, where, how they can see you guys.
So when at 6:30 and 8:45, correct? Right?
Tonight, yes,
Right.
correct. Yes, at the Theater of Innovation in the Square. Did I sound like a true Rochester?
Yes, yes you did.
Yeah, Theater of Innovation in
But
the
you
Square.
don't have the thick Western New York accent. Your A's have to be a little more nasally.
Okay, at the Theater of Innovation
Yeah, there you
in
go.
the
All right,
Square.
we're getting that. Yep.
Yeah, tonight at 6:30. Yeah.
Sound just like me.
There you go. Yeah, we'll be there. We're doing full hour sets. So come on down, and we'll come out in between the sets, of course, visit our merch table and all the goodies and all that.
Oh, there's a merch table.
There is a merch table. I had to get that in there.
T-shirts, CDs, what can people get?
T-shirts and CDs, but we have, the newest thing now is USBs. And our USBs are custom. They're little guitars. They're in the shape of little guitars.
Wow.
So you take off the bottom of the guitar and it's the USB, and you put it in your computer or your car, and all of our songs are on it.
And if you don't like the music, you still can use it as a USB.
That's true.
Right.
Look at that, 2 for 1.
That's
yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, so that's a cool thing that we just got those.
Excellent.
So, yeah.
Do you guys plan on sticking around and seeing some of the other shows while you're in town?
Yeah, we're going to do what we can. It's been a whirlwind. I mean, he was lucky to even get here. His flight was canceled.
I was flying in from Austria, from Vienna, and I just arrived 3 hours ago.
Oh my gosh.
So my luggage was still in JFK, and I'm flying back to I play next week in Austria again. So I'm flying.
And we're flying back to LA tomorrow. So we'll get in what we can, but yeah, it's a pretty quick trip.
Jeez. Well, thank you for getting here so quickly.
Yes, we
we
Well,
appreciate
I'm
it.
happy I could make it. Normally, like my luggage, since my luggage was still in JFK, I was supposed to come with shorts here,
And I was like ready for a whole story with him in shorts. I was like, this is a California casual.
Yeah, fortunately for the people, they don't have to see me in this right now. So.
All right, you guys, don't go anywhere. When we come back, we are going to hear a little performance from the String Revolution in just a couple of moments.
You don't want to miss it. We're back after this. $9:49. We are back now with the String Revolution. They're getting ready to perform 2 shows tonight at the Rochester International Jazz Festival, and they're the first to perform on our Arc Rochester Summer Music Series as well.
Yeah, you guys, thanks so much for being here today. And we're so excited for the shows tonight. For somebody still interested who maybe missed the first segment, tell us the times.
So it's at 6:30 and 8:45
Yes,
at the Theater,
at the Theater of Innovation in the square.
Very good. Excellent.
All right. And what song can we expect you to play for us today?
Right now, we're going to play Folsom Prison Blues, our guitar instrumental arrangement.
Yeah, very special because it helped earn you the Grammy.
Yes,
too.
we won a Grammy last year for this arrangement.
Excellent. Very good. All right, take it away. For those interested, before you start, is there a good way for people to find your music? Is it on Spotify, Apple Music?
everywhere, everywhere.
All of it, Spotify, Apple.
And of course, like if you want to reach out, the Instagram.
Yeah, and TikTok, and then our website, which is thestringrevolution.com.
Very good. All right, take it away.
All right.
5:55, time for the final thoughts of the morning on our Rochester as we wrap up the work week. What are we thinking, folks?
It was great. The comic, it was great.
Oh my goodness.
I know.
He's
I was
good.
dying.
Yeah.
It was Kevin Nealon.
Yeah.
It was pretty
I
cool.
know.
I was in the studio. Yeah.
Circular.
When he started talking, so many of his iconic jokes came flooding back, and I was like speechless for a while.
Happy Gilmore was hilarious.
Yeah.
His role in that movie was hilarious.
Yeah, I'm excited for the second one.
Yeah, I didn't realize they were making one.
Yeah.
And Spaceballs 2. There's going to be a Spaceballs 2, right?
Yeah.
What's always new?
I know.
It's all coming back.
That was not Spaceballs was not my thing. I loved Star Wars as a kid, so I was like dedicated. You know, I was like.
You saw all the Star Wars?
Well, not the newer ones.
Oh.
The originals.
Yeah.
Very familiar with. Yeah. Okay, so weekend. Marty, did you have a favorite point of the day?
I think it was Kevin Nealon.
Yeah.
Coming. I thought that was pretty cool.
For sure.
Yeah.
He got me a few times.
Yeah.
All right, but that's part of the act.
Yeah.
No, that's just what they do.
Yeah. Music was great all morning long.
Yeah.
Jazz Fest starts tonight and runs for the next 9 days, which is going to be a great time downtown.
We like the dog.
Wyatt.
The dog
Wyatt
is
the dog was amazing too.
We're in the air, but dog will be on Monday.
Yes.
Muddy Paws, that'll be Wyatt, right?
Yeah, Wyatt.
Yeah, Wyatt. Yep.
Very good. All right. Well, that does it for us this morning on Arc Rochester. Be sure to wake up with again. Dan usually does this part.
Yeah.
Wake up with us again Monday morning. I know what channel it is. It's 13 Wham ABC. You can join us starting at 4:57.
Yeah, we'll also have much more live local news coming up later with Lowell, Rose, and Mark on 13 Wham News at midday. See you later. Have a great weekend.